The media has reported that about 90% of the weapons heading into Mexico, are coming from the U.S. Is that figure correct? Where did it come from?
That figure is a figure that is kind of made up. It is 90% of the guns that they chose to have traced. In other words, the guns that they thought came from the U.S. actually did come from the U.S. And there are some guns that leak down into Mexico from the U.S. That's going to happen. Things cross that border, and more than can be stopped. That's a 800-mile border without a river, and I forget the exact numbers, but it's a long border, and it is porous. We can tighten it up to a point, but only to a point. So some guns will get across there. But the number to say that 90% of the illegal guns going into Mexico, that's totally wrong.
The Obama administration wants to reinstate the assault weapons ban. What kind of an effect would that have?
It first of all might have an effect of turning out the Democratic majority in Congress, as it did in 1994. They voted that ban in. And they tell us, they will say that no, that wasn't because of the ban, that was for other reasons. But Bill Clinton blamed, quote, quote, he credited the NRA, he used the words blame. It was on the Cleveland Plain Dealer in a front page story, and he was the best political analyst of the day. And he said that it was the NRA, the gun owners, who had stopped who had turned that Congress out. We beat a sitting Speaker of the House who was nominally pro-gun. I mean, Tom Foley was a gun owner, was a shooter, a reloader, but he got turned out because he voted for that ban.
Would the ban have any effect on what's happening in Mexico?
Not a trace, not a chance. Because what's happening in Mexico is the guns there are illegal anyway. They're out of the system. They're outside of the system. A lot of them are coming up from military aids. If you look at the pictures, I've seen cases where on the front page of the paper of the Arizona Republic, they've only done this a couple of times and they got called out on it. They put a picture of machine guns and grenades and alleged that a lot of these guns came from gun shops across the border. There have been cases where U.S. gun shops have been raided by the BATF and Customs, and they said, well, these guns came from your shop. And said, okay, if I committed a crime, prove it. And guys they haven't been getting convictions on those raids. There's, I can't pull them off the top of my head. I think Excalibur Guns was one, if you look that up. There was an acquittal on that.
What, if anything, can be done about this problem in Mexico, and just about what would you suggest about gun rights in general?
There is a movement in Mexico, particularly in Chihuahua. Chihuahua is the state that is across the border from Texas. Ciudad Juarez is across the border, across the river from El Paso. There's a lot of violence there, and people on the border are asking for and they're trying to change the Mexican gun laws. They want to be able to defend themselves against the bad guys. The thing that Mexico needs more than anything else, the thing that we can do for American security against the illegals coming into the U.S. from Mexico, is for Mexico to be better, is for Mexico to be successful. And I think they have a good chance of doing it, but the problem is they don't have the rule of law. They don't have, the contracts are not safe. They have a corrupt public bureaucracy, and that needs to be changed. I fear that if we continue down the road we're going, our own public bureaucracy is going to be corrupted. We're already seeing signs of that.